So I made a video about a month ago talking about what was Dokkan's worst meta in my opinion, and I picked the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta, of course that being from 2015 to 2017. I don't remember the exact reason why I picked it, but I do encourage you guys to go check out that video because I believe that I explained each and every one of these metas. I don't think I did it in depth, but I do encourage you guys to go check out that video. I feel like the commentary for that video was pretty solid. Now, with that being said, today's meta is the best meta. First reason, the community. The community is thriving right now. And most of the people I've spoken to about Dokkan in person and, of course, on Discord started during the Red Zone meta. Funny enough, it's either during the God event meta or the Red Zone meta. That's pretty good. I don't know too many people that started during the Extreme Super Battle meta. The Legendary Goku event meta, I don't know too many people that started during that meta either. Well, outside of my friend group, but outside of my friend group, I don't know too many people that started, of course, on Discord. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, I don't know too many people that started on Discord for the Legendary Goku event meta. And of course for the Battle Royale meta, I know a lot of people that started during the Battle Royale meta. Yeah, absolutely. On Discord and within my friend group. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in person and on Discord. A lot of people started during the Battle Royale meta. Yeah, like within that span of 2017, upwards of 2019. Within, of course, early 2019, because the Legendary Goku event meta is, of course, Goku Day of 2019. Would you count that as, like, early 2019? Okay, it's not important. But the case in point is that I feel as if though right now, the community is super, like, of course, could you say that the community's been always passionate? Yeah, I would say so. The Dokkan community has always been passionate. But within that same sentence, I feel as if though the game is thriving now more than it has ever have in a while. I feel as if though another thing that could be said is that you could talk me into the God event meta being the best meta. I feel like that was a fair meta. ESBR, hell no. I won't even listen to you if you say ESBR. LGE, you'll put me to sleep. I'm going to be honest. SBR, people hated SBR on release. That's why I have this little note right over here. The most frustrating thing about stupid Battle Road. And then if you say the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta, it's like all I hear is white noise. You guys ever like play Call of Duty and then someone throws a flashbang at you and just like bing, that's all I'm gonna hear. I will listen to you if you say the God event meta. These metas though, no, absolutely not. Especially the LGE, just the stacking meta. It's like do you stack? Well, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Now I'm going off on a tangent. I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going off on a tangent for a quick second. You could say that the LGE meta, of course, the Legendary Goku event meta, you could say that LGE meta is similar to today's meta in the thought that back during the Legendary Goku event meta, it was all about, do you stack? Yes or no? Yes, you do, you're good. If you don't, you suck. Comparatively to today's meta, where do you have a strong defensive ability to fall back on? Do you check off that box? Yes, you're good. Do you have high defense behind it? Yes, you're immaculate. Yeah. It's similar to a sense where today it's very important to have a strong defensive ability to fall back on as well as high defense. Of course, for 2022 to present, that being the red zone slash 200% leader skill meta. And then for LGE, it was for stacking. That's what yeah, those two have like a similar thing. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. I never noticed that till now. Okay. But back to the reasonings. I feel as if though the first reason would be the community is thriving more than it ever has, in my opinion. The community has always been passionate ever since the game has started. Oh yeah, for sure. There are many YouTube videos. Although I believe this is the worst meta, there are many YouTube videos where people are hype about pulling cards, I mean, that could be said the same. But the feeling back then, even though I didn't play back then during 2015 or 2017, I started in early 2018, specifically around like January, February-ish for 2018. There are so many YouTube videos for the, like, if you watch a video from this time frame of Dokkan, it's like the excitement of doing summons, seeing your favorite unit just throw out a crazy attack stat for the time. Like seeing a million, well, not for this time. Who was touching a million back then for this time? I don't specifically remember, but oh man, can someone really argue with this and me saying that this wasn't the worst meta? Okay. Let's get back on track. Community thriving. Yes, 2022. A lot of people playing the game. Team builds being shown of you being a specific difficult boss, like for example, like Kid Buu. Community's thriving. I will also say that the fights are definitely much more interesting compared to other metas. The God Event meta, you can probably talk me into saying that this was interesting because most of these, basically every fight was a gimmick. Just about. Almost every fight was a gimmick. Yeah. So, the God Event, outside of the God Event, ESBR is pretty much a rehashed SBR. It's just literally just SBR but harder. And of course, UI is getting his back blown out. Pause. No Diddy. But anyways, LGE. LGE, it's just stack, prepare for the end of the fight. That's it. Battle Road's pretty much rehashed SBR, and SBR, just an onslaught of fights. If you really think about it, Battle Road, it's like they took Boss Rush, and Boss Rush came out during the 2nd year anniversary, I believe. It's around the 2nd year anniversary. I did check the date in like a past video recently, but it's like they took Boss Rush, slapped multiple enemies, and then they made them hit hard with increased health. If you really think about it, it's like an onslaught of enemy like fights. Yeah, it's so weird that I'm wording this way. Excuse the lack of better wording, but if you guys see the vision, it's almost like there. It's pretty much like, could you say that Battle Road's a rehashed Boss Rush? Bro, it's crazy to think, because I already found the first example for LGE having a similar talking point to today's meta, where today's meta, if you don't have high defense with a defensive ability to fall back on, you better be doing something that's very special, or you just suck. And then for LGE, are you stacking? Yes, good. If you're not, you suck. And then Battle Road. Battle Road is literally Boss Rush, but Boss Rush without phases, but with multiple enemies with increased health and increased damage. And it's funny because Battle Road comes out within the same year, of course on JP. Battle Road comes out within the same year as it coming out for excuse me, I lost my train of thought again. Boss Rush. Bro, that's great. It's crazy. Anyways, community thriving, blah blah blah. Fights definitely way more interesting than it has been all the past metas. Yeah, the fights have definitely been interesting. Although you can probably counter that with oh wow, bosses just hit much more harder. Cell Max, when he first came out, yeah, Cell Max was something else. Fighting Broly for the first time, something else, because of course they had the gimmicks. It's like Zamasu, for example, with the AoEs. Cell Max, first 2 phases are easy as hell. Although, I can agree that Cell Max is one of the most poorly handled fights in Dokkan history. You could probably talk me into that. Can I say that? I don't know. Do I take that back? Is it poorly handled? Because I did beat it on my first try, but yo, Cell Max, man. I got lucky though, obviously, but Cell Max, after doing runs after that first win, of course on the first try, I got destroyed. This boy here, just because I get lucky the first time, it don't mean that, I'm so great at the game. No. Cell Max was some bullshit. Easily. But yeah, it's like, I guess we could throw him in as an example. Cell Max, first two phases are easy, but then the last stage is hard as hell, double supers and all that other crazy stuff. He locks you, by the way, I believe. Yeah, Cell Max was some bullshit. It's like Cell Max, although poorly handled fight by Dokkan, because it's pretty much Cell Max is pretty much like a boosted fight for the Gammas to pretty much destroy. But yeah, Cell Max, locking, double supers, 2 easy phases. All those poorly handled, you can probably say interesting fight. Poorly handled, interesting. So, Cell Max, already explained it. Zamasu, AoE normals. He can pretty much kill you within the first phase. It's like sometimes you can't even get past the first phase because those AoE normals will cripple units. Absolutely cripple units. And then you get to, of course, the red, not the red, excuse me, the little purple, Bukkake arm against Zamasu, where he's just hitting like a bomb. Who's another one? It's like Metal Cooler Core. We go to throw him in there. He supers. He does more damage for his normals after he supers. Omega, Sin, Broly when he first came out. And then, of course, you have Red Zone Omega, but, Red Zone Omega is not really... could you throw him in there? Outside of the fact that you could blitz him with the LR Super Saiyan 4s, that's up to you guys to decide. And, of course, Supreme Battle Spectacle, Kid Buu, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But, yeah. Fights are definitely more interesting, and community is thriving. That's 2 key points. Yeah. And I would also say, can I say that, celebrations have gotten better? I'm not even going to say that. But yeah, those are 2 key reasons. I think that's really about it. I think today's meta is the best meta. Yeah, easily. God Event meta, you could probably talk me into. Yeah, you could probably talk me into God Event meta. This was just so fair. The God Event meta was fair. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's like, look past people complain. It's like everybody complained during every meta. Of course. You probably saw the most complaints during the Battle Road meta. The Battle Road meta and Red Zone meta for them killing off 85% of the game. Yeah, for that little soft reset. You can probably talk me into the God Event meta. It just felt fair. To me, I think it felt fair. Yeah. ESBR. No. LGE. Get the stacking meta out of my face. Battle Road meta. I mean, this clip says it all. And the Elite Skill / Dokkan event meta. It's like outside of Dokkan events, and of course they eventually get Boss Rush during the 2nd year anniversary, around the beginning of it, I believe. It's like Boss Rush. You have the Dokkan events, quest enemies. Do you think fighting a quest enemy and Dokkan events is more interesting than fighting, for example, I don't know, can we use one of today's fights here? But yeah, let's backtrack it. Broly canceling dodge and double supering. Would you consider that more challenging? Well, it's more challenging for sure. Well, but this is a strong contender for the strongest Dokkan event ever. Or the hardest Dokkan event in Dokkan history. Okay. That's enough meta talk. Let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Join the Discord server. The link is down below in the description. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I absolutely love you all. Can't believe I'm repeating myself again like that. But yeah. Peace.